everybody, I'm back with another unboxing and review. Today I'm unboxing Hotel Transylvania's, this is Spook-tacular Bride Mavis. This was from the latest Hotel Transylvania movie. It says limited edition on her. For a while she was only available on Amazon, and then she started showing up in Target stores. I don't know what other stores might have been carrying her. She actually is made by Jazzware, which, off the top of my head, I don't know if Jazzware's ever created any kind of doll line before. They've made awesome figures. I mean, we collect their Minecraft figures and all that other stuff. Yeah, this is the first time I think I've seen them take a shot at like a fashion doll. So it was very interesting to me, and I'm pretty excited for her. Please, you're pretty excited too, aren't you? Let's see here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her open. I did find her on clearance at Target. I was waiting for the price to come down, but I really did want her. I am gonna probably try and get my hands on the other two versions and eventually do a review on them as well. I know by the time I probably get them, people are gonna be out of touch, but I like to do reviews on the dolls anyway as I get them. Let's take a look at her box before we unbox her here. So, she's got a picture of herself from the movie on the front. And then I also wanted to show you as part of the box art, it says, "You are cordially invited to the wedding of Mavis and Johnny." So Johnny is her boyfriend or fiance that she's going to marry. And here on the side, there's a bunch of bats going up on this purple box. And then here's her dad and her and Johnny, and I think this is her little brother. And then on the back it says, Sony Pictures presents Hotel Transylvania, Spook-tacular Bride Mavis. If I can get this to focus. There it goes. Spook-tacular Bride Mavis. When Mavis and Johnny's eyes first met, Mavis felt an intimate zing. She was swept off her feet. It was love at first sight. So there's her with her dad. And then there's a picture of her and Johnny. Him putting the ring on her. And then more bats. And then it says, "Look out for her and her ghoulish fashions." And then there's the other one, Mavis Bats Out, which I want to get. And then there's another exclusive that I think was exclusive to Amazon that I want to get my hands on. So let's go ahead and get her out of her box and see what she looks like. Okay, so I got her out of her box. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put her shoes on. But before I put her shoes on, I just wanted to show you guys her feet. Please. So here's her feet. She's very, very pale. And she has some really, really cool feet. You can see like the indent of her her arch right there, and a little like you can see a little indent in between her arch, and her toes are pretty detailed. You can see the top of her foot. It's pretty detailed as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her shoes on. She, obviously you can tell by looking at her right now, but look at her ankles. You can see that bone where the bone is, or where her ankle joints are. She doesn't have any joints. Her feet are not bendable, but she does have other articulation, which we'll get to in a little bit. So here are her shoes. They, oddly enough, her shoes came packaged and not on her. I know old school Barbie used to do that. I think she still does now. I don't know. But they're just some nice black, like chunky heels. What do you call them? Wedges? Like wedge boots? Yeah. Like a wedge boot. That's black, and then you can see the little eyelets are painted white, and her heels painted white. That's about it to them. Enough detail, I think, to suffice. So, oh, is there a left and a right foot? There is. Guys, there is a left and right foot. She has actual arches in her shoes, so you can put them on the wrong feet. That is insane. Okay, so I got her out of her box. Oh yeah, we already went over that part. Alright, so I put her shoes on, and there's her shoes on. As you guys can see, that they do have arches, so they do indeed have a special foot. We'll talk about, should we talk about her articulation before we, we'll talk about her first. So starting from the top, she has this really cool tool veil that is black tulle, and it has gold sparkly spider webs all over it. And you can see the spider on the inside. The way it's done, though, is on the other side of the gold, it looks more of a shadowed out purple. It's really, really gorgeous. And then it's attached to this white tiara, and the tiara is sparkled. It's got some rainbow sparkles in it. It's hard to see. Some subtle sparkling, not like insane. And then she has her hair is black, and it is molded. Not molded, what's the word I'm looking for? It has a lot of product in it, so it's really stiff so that those curls stay tight. And she has that widow's peak. No, is it a reverse widow peak? Yeah, widow's peak, and it cuts down to here. My girl probably doesn't have the most straightest cut, but it's cool. It's cool. It's soft, but it's very hard. And it keeps it there. She has matching black eyebrows. She has that glitter that's on her tiara is also glittering up her eyelids, so that's a glittery eyeshadow. And her eyes are blue, that light blue, and she has dark red lipstick. If you look close enough, you can see that her teeth have fangs. She does have fangs. Moving down, this is an actual choker. So I think that's supposed to represent a lacy black choker with a red jewel on it. But it is, I think it's part of the top of the dress, which is lacy. It's kind of a lacy black tulle. You can see the design in it. And then it moves down to the top of the sleeveless bodice dress that has, it's got like a satiny feel. The fabric is really nice. It's really nice. And the seams are very well. It's a very tight fitting dress. And then it goes down to like this mermaid type tail. I guess I don't really know what this type of dress cut is caught. I'm a little bit ignorant when it comes to fashion, but I do appreciate it. And this dress is removable. She's not wearing any tights or socks. She just goes right into her boots. Her accessories, other than that, she has these fingerless gloves that are, I guess, fishnetty, tighty. It reminds me of like the tight material, but I guess we could say tulle, but not really. So, and then she also has a purple bouquet that has a black tie on the bottom of it. And it also has a black holder on the back that her hands can hold. Now, as for articulation, it's actually pretty impressive. Her head goes back and forth. Let's see, is her waist? I think her arms move up and down. And they also go out. She does have elbow joints that go up and down. And they do move side to side. So you can go that way, this way, and then this way, or this way. So she's got a lot of posability. She also, she does not have wrist joints, but her hands, like from here, I think all of her hands. Yeah, her hands are pretty rubbery, so you can kind of bend them around, if you wanted to. As for, she can sit down. Kind of. She could sit down if this dress wasn't so tight. But if you take her out of her dress, she can sit down. So her legs do go this way, and I want to think that they go out too. But let me just check that for you. So I've lifted her dress up to its max. You can't see anything obscene, but I just want to see what her legs do. Do they go apart? Okay, yep, so they go apart, and they go back and forth. So you have that, and her knees bend at the ankle, so I can show you this. I mean, bend at the knee. So they bend at the knee, and they also swivel. So you have quite a bit of movement with her. And the fabric is really beautiful. She has a very beautiful doll. She retailed at $18.99, I believe. No, $17.99. So she was an $18 doll. My only gripe with this doll, well, I have two gripes. Gripe number one is that it didn't come with a stand, and I wish it did, because you probably could get her to stand up on her own if her dress wasn't so tight. You could maybe get her legs positioned in a certain way. But no, she can't stand on her own, and I wish they made a Johnny. As far as I know, there's no Johnny that was made in her size. Now, you can get they do have different blind bags you can get, and then they have the smaller figures you can get that have Johnny as a smaller figure or an action figure, but not in the doll size, so that's kind of a shame. I would actually like to see the whole family done in doll size. So Jazzler, if you're listening to me, I would love to see it. I don't know if it's, gonna happen or not, but that would be really cool to see them all done. But she's very, very, very pretty, and I'm very happy with my purchase, and to add her to my collection. If you like this review, go ahead, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.